better. LED logo the tech. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bet. I got the demon on flex. I got a in the back. Haters, they talk to chat. They step on the rock, I'm at. I'm a K back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door when it's land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape man. I like when birds come out. Sounds like I see it now. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, keep on the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I like when birds come out. Sounds like I see it now. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, keep on the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Me and my buying, at least in no beamer. I'm buying no kind of, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way and the way it been made it. The mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, one duck, keep clean, never let them touch, fits like temper, tantrums, girl, come back up, all in the club, and bring out your girlfriends, girl, hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis V bag glued to her wrist, she was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay, we blade thicker than a snigger bait, talking about she don't come with no baggage, all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Okay, okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry keeps the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why they looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada, 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 rada. Never gave a about $1. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope. Deal of a new giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket through big Rakish. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Money doubles love like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus, see them. Acrobat with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Look at the money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, so Rocky Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that just was Friday. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded at the 2. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They run. This is Lewis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A first down throw for Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
1. Three. Stay at home. 1. Stay at home. Hey, check Mike 20.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, gun.
come with a backup. This is Williams. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's it, baby. What's tight end? Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 12. Kill. 25
On 2nd down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Get up!
Watch the run. Banjo.
Hey, oh. Right hash.
Play it.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 down.
Hey, white.
Watch out.
Oh, Eddie, sit on it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Tight end's right.
Gun. Ready. Blue 80.
Check.
Hey, white. 20. Wait.
Mike is 59.
Go.
Now it's Ryan. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Kamale Correa in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, gun.
Hey. 4 down.
21.
Hey, check 24. Watch
12. Go.
Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
One.
Take it.
1. 3. 1 and on.
Following the interception here, Mariota. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Trips over here. That's overload.
1, 1. 1.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
1.
Motion. Reset.
1.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South.
Check
24. Check. Hey, space.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Get up.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Ready. 280. 11. Hey, express.
Check 99.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, express.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
3. Give me that ball.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, wait.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
59 Mike. 59. Gun. Check 59. Quit talking to me.
21.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 down.
Ready. 280.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Hey, wait.
Everyone 37.
Hey, wait. Gun.
Everyone 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Go!
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, wait. Hey, wait. Hey, wait.
Now it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He is putting on a show in this 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down.
Ready, Blue 80. Get up. Wait. Check 59. Hey, wait. 59.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Express. Gun. Border. Ready, Blue 80. He's 21. Checking crack.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, express. Check. 59. Left. Come on, the ball hard. Gun. Mike's 59. Let's go, heavy. Heavy, what you got?
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, gun.
Now Ryan. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Daquan Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Now Lewis. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, it's Lewis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Past the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time.
Way.
They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here now come the Falcons. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Gun. I got 2, got 12. Got 2. Wide, 25.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, got 4.
Space. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, express. Look out! On!
On first down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side.
Hey,
and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Hey, gun. Check. Wait!
Mike's 59. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Bryant's kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Tight right. 20.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
11. 20.
59, Mike. Check. 59. Exit.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready. 21. Gun. Hey, express.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Ready. Back 25. Space.
I'm here all day.
Wait. Hey, South.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Single. Gun. 12. On. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
3 on 3. Motion.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Gun. 21. On.
No. Off. Check nine.
Here we go.
They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Go! They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Gun. Let's go. 21. Let's go.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
One. You remember me?
Mariota now on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. It got his man complete. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 41 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Three down. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch the egg.
Again, it's Lewis. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Gun. Mike 37. Space. Gun. Hey, straight ass.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are in for 6.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Back now in Atlanta. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They try again with Lewis. Sheds off the tackle. And now past another. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. from Falcon territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
One.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Here's Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And Mariota, you see him there, still down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
4 down. Ready. Blue 80. 11. Rush in. 20. 21. Let him go.
On 2nd down, Ryan finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Ryan now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
22. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, let's go. I got motion. Gun. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ready. Back 25. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Right. Get up. Cloud. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. He's scared. Gun. Ship. Let's go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Double tight. Three down. Ready. Blue 80. He's checking. Hey, express.
And again, it's Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
He wasn't ready.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Tuesday. Gun. Get up. Mike 37. Check the outs. Gun.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, gun. Gun. We got 4 down. There we go. 37. Hey. 37. Cut. 11.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they said the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Go. Here we go. I got 8. I got 8. I got 8. 11. 21. Hey, Tuesday.
They run it again with Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gun. Let's go. Go ahead, baby. Go. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Gun. Hey, Tuesday. Wait. 11. Mike 37. Get out.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even. Hey. 5-9. Let's go, D. 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Ready! Back 25! 36! Get up! Wait! Motion! Go! 37's the Mike 37. Who that? 11. Let's go. Mike 37. We got to get the ball, D. 12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Strong right. Gun. Get up. Wait. Watch the whip. Motion. Go. Motion. Hey, Mike's 50. Gun. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Odd. 5 down. 5. Ready, Blue 80. Blue 80. Hey, gun. SOS.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Lewis. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points. But that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Atlanta, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.